everybody. My name's Darlene and I have Parkinson's. I just want to thank everybody for coming and joining us today. I've got some new subscribers. I want to say welcome to you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Share my videos, like a video or two. I love having new friends. So welcome to our family. This is Make It Monday. I'm going to give credit to this next recipe to my husband's sister, Pat. I tried this many years ago at her house. She had a barbecue one day and made this, and we loved it. And so I got the recipe and we've been making it ever since. I will say we'd like to, it's a little unconventional, but we'd like to serve it with our turkey supper quite often, or making a turkey sandwich. Great on a hamburger or a steak. When I did work in the pub, I was a cook for a while in the pub, and I used to put this onion relish on the side of every plate. And it was my secret thing that I did. And when I left, I did not leave the recipe. So there was no more onion salad for them on their plates. But anyway, it was great fun. I'm going to hold up the recipe. I am going to print it into the description box. But anybody who wants to take a screenshot, if you can read my writing, there it is. It's called Celery Seed onions. Now the first thing I have to do is make a boiling liquid. So it is 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of white vinegar, and 2 cups of sugar. So this is going to be my pickling liquid. So there's that, sugar and water, and I'm going to put the vinegar in, and then I'm going to just put that over onto the stove to boil while I come back and get my onions prepared. There we are. And then I'm going to just chat while I cut the onions. So just give me 1 second to put this on the stove. Give it a stir. All right, got that on its way. All right, so now we need, it says 3 large onions sliced. Now, how many onions you do is really up to yourself. I don't have a lot of larges, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medium onions. So, and then you want to have a glass bowl. You don't want to have a metal bowl or a plastic bowl. So I have a glass bowl here. And how thick you cut your rings depends on how pickly you want them. If you make bigger rings, they won't be as pickled as if you make smaller rings. I often do them in half rings. I'm not overly fussy about how they're cut, as long as they're in the bowl. All right, I'm going to cut this one. It's a bit bigger, so I'm going to cut it in half. Everybody laughs when I pick up the knife because it's could be anybody's guess how many fingers I have at the end. I'm not very pretty when I'm in the kitchen, that's for sure. I have to do everything, oh geez, I'm on the floor again. I have to do everything very easy like, but as long as I can do it, I'm happy. Now if I start crying, it's because of the onions. It's not because of anything else, but they're not too bad. They're a little bit strong. They're not the sweet Vidalias. I wish I had them, but I don't have any of them. So they're just the ordinary onions that you buy. Actually, I've had a hard time finding even medium-sized onions. It's crazy. They've all been these little tiny things. I was finally able to get some medium-sized ones, which was nice because you don't want to cut them to, like the tiny little onions. You'll be cutting onions for a month of Sundays. So I'm just going to, whoops, now here goes my eyes, eh, Bill? Did you smell them when you come in the house? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're quite strong. I thought they weren't too bad, but once you get chopping at them, oh my goodness. I have to go rinse my eyes. Oh, there's all kinds of, I could make this a funny video. I could be sitting here with bread in my mouth, or I could have my onion goggles on, or, oh, there's all kinds of things I could be doing. But I'm going to just get them done. Oh, I was going to tell a story while I was doing this. You know what? I'm going to tell the story when I come back, because I'm just about at the end of doing this, and then I want to go stir my liquid on the stove. So I'll tell my story when I come back. Let me just get these into the pot. We sure miss being close to Bill's family. I mean, she's in British Columbia like my family is, and we miss being close to them, but we're close to the kids, so that's what we can do. All right, I'm going to put you on pause for a moment. I'm going to go wash my hands and my eyes, and I'm going to stir my liquid, and when it's boiling, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's boiled. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell my story. What we're going to do here, we have now boiled our pickling liquid. We've got our onions all in the bowl. So I'm going to take this hot liquid, and with any luck, I'm going to pour it into this bowl. I did spill it all over, Bill. Can you get me a cloth?
Yep.
Because I did.
I may have to walk in front of your camera.
Well, go ahead, because I got sticky liquid now all over the table.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I should have brought a cloth over with me, but I didn't think I was going to do that. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to do that. I spilled everything. Okay, so I'm going to pop this down like that. Then, here. With this, the chamois that's wet, that's in the dish there, or in that little bowl. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. Because I needed it to be slightly wet. Thank you very much. Okay. There, now I got it wiped up. I'll only be a minute, Bill. I'm just going to tell a story about you.
Oh, good.
So now I want
Use my back.
I want to weigh this down so that all of those onions stay under that. So I'm just going to put this on the top, make sure all those onions are under that liquid, and I'm going to just set this aside, and it's going to sit for between 3 and 5 hours, depending on how pickly you want it or how many onions you have. But you see, that was the perfect amount of onions for the bowl and the perfect amount of onions for the amount of liquid I had. So that worked out good. All right, quick story. Stories about my husband. I used to go to bingo when I lived in Calgary before, so many years ago. I can't play bingo now. I tried. But anyway, we would go, a girlfriend and I. Actually, it was a girl that I met at bingo. We sat in the same area and we got to know each other very well, and even got to go socialize with her and her husband. But anyway, she used to say to me, "Why are all these men playing bingo? Don't they know they're supposed to be out working or mowing the lawn?" And we used to just laugh about it. Well, then Bill started to come to bingo, and I said, it's okay if Bill comes to bingo because he wears frilly panties. And oh my God, she just bust up laughing. She thought that was hilarious. But Bill used to come and play bingo with us. Well, one night she wasn't there, and there was a huge jackpot. Bill, what did you win that night? $9,000 or something? Like
$9,800.
How much was it?
$9,800.
$9,800 he won.
The letter X.
It was the letter X in a certain number of calls or whatever. So anyway, we were there, and he said to me, "I'm set. I just need one more number." And I said to him, "You can't. There's hardly any calls." And he says, I'm telling you I do. And I looked, and sure enough, he needed one, and then popped up on the screen his number. Well, I can tell you we were excited. Anyway, I went home that night. Bill won $9,800. I went home that night, and I phoned Jerry, and I said to her, I said, "You know that big pot?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "It went tonight. I'm sorry you weren't there." I said, it went tonight. And I said, "Wouldn't you know it? It was a man." And she said, "No, it wasn't." And I said, "It was." And I said, "He looked so precious when he went walking up there with his frilly panties." Well, she said, "Bill won?" I said, "Yes, Bill won. she laughed, so I tease him all the time. If you're going to win at bingo, you've got to wear your frilly panties. Anyway, that's my story for today, but these are only half done. I'll be back in 3 to 5 hours. Okay, let's say I'll be back in 4 hours, and we are going to take the next step of the onions. All right, see you then. Okay, 4.5 hours later, it's 3 o'clock. I drained the liquid off of my onions. I have 1 cup of mayonnaise here. Now, I am not moving very good right now so I might have to get my husband to do the mixing, I'll see. Because my medicines have not worked yet. So at this point, we're just about finished this, and I didn't want to leave it in the pickling juice any longer. So I'm going to do what I can, and then I'll probably have my husband mix it. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of mayonnaise. Whatever kind you want. This is Hellmann's. I enjoy Hellmann's. Okay. And then over here I have my celery seed. Now I have a very poor celery seed here. It's kind of bits and pieces. I would prefer it to be a nicer celery seed, but this is what I have. And you need 1.5 teaspoons of celery seed. And then, Bill, can I get you to mix this for me?
Then you play my game?
No, it's okay.
Huh?
No, it's okay. Never mind, I'll mix it then. He's playing a game, folks. He doesn't want to stop and mix my stuff. When he gets to the end of that game, he'll come and mix it. But in the meantime, I'm going to attempt to do it. If I spread it all over the floor, we know that I won't be able to clean it, and we know who will. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me try this smaller spatula, because obviously, you see, there's the difference. You saw me earlier how I was being able to do things. This gives you a very good idea of how, when my meds are not working, how I can't do it. Okay, I'm going to pause because I do need to have help. So I'm going to just pause here. Okay, we got help.
Can I sit down and do it?
Yeah, Bill to the rescue. Yeah. You got to talk while you're there then.
What do I have to talk about?
Whatever you want, you're on camera there. So
I'm on camera.
Yeah, so give it a stir. And once it's all stirred up, we'll put it in that little bowl beside you. I should have probably maybe put it in a bigger bowl.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Yeah. 2 old people mixing a bowl of onions and mayonnaise. How hard should it be?
Pretty hard.
Okay, if you think it's mixed enough, then we'll just put it over into the other bowl. Maybe easier to dump, or maybe it's
No,
easier
I'll
to
do
scoop?
it this way.
Okay. You have any more stories to tell anybody? No?
No, nothing.
No stories. All right. Well, I can finish doing that there, huh? I'll just come and say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
No, I said I'll come and say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
You've now said your goodbyes. Or you're going to keep on doing it? Oh, you're a good man.
I know.
I know. You're so modest.
Ugh.
It's quite heavy.
It is.
That's a very heavy bowl, you know.
It's the onions that make it heavy.
You think so? I think the bowl itself is actually quite heavy. I don't remember where I got that bowl.
Probably from your mom.
Could be. And then if you bring that little thing, just leave them in the big bowl, and I'll put a small container in the fridge. There. That looks so good. Oh, you got it all in. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'm coming to sit.
Okay, I'm getting up and leaving.
We're playing musical chairs.
Ugh.
Well, folks, there you go. Celery seed onions. Compliments of my sister-in-law, Pat. And we'll see you all tomorrow. This was Make It Monday. We'll see you all tomorrow.